All right. Welcome, everyone, to the most anticipated show on Saturday mornings that has to do with the Atlanta Falcons, all things news in Atlanta. Welcome to AFN Zone Red Clay Sports Morning Show. I am your host, Magnus. To my initial left, we have Twisted Torch Jumpman T. And on the bottom, we wouldn't have him without, we have to have a middle linebacker.
Sup?
Talk to him, Twisted. What you got for him, man?
Hey, shouts out to the fans, man. On time, you know how we got to do it. Another Saturday morning. Hey, we finally get a Sunday night game. It's been so long since that happened. So I know Arthur Smith had a plan. He planned to go ahead and let these outsiders see what we got on Sunday night. So let's see these starters put in that work. Let's do a roll call after Rich.
Absolutely, man. Everybody, let's check in. You already know what time it is. Wake that ass up. Talk that Falcons football, Falcons content. Let's go. Get those comments going. Like and share. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. Before we get into it, but I'm going to have to do a roll call. First and foremost, every weekend, every show, my man, Mr. Motivator, is in there. Our resident Flavor Flav, our hype man. Keep it going from start to finish. Mr. Motivator.
What's good, Motivator? My brother.
Williams. Yes.
Debo Williams.
You know, of course,
Sanchez Lowe.
Our moderator. Good. Ezekiel King.
Eric McDowell.
And here we go. Twisted Tape. Now, you know, we got our resident reporter that's going to give you to, you know, Atlanta Falcons, showtimes, injuries, you know, what's going on. He got the inside scoop. Twisted, take it away.
First off, what's good, Floyd? I saw you shouting me out. Appreciate you, my brother. I heard through the grapevine Arthur Smith didn't like practice in the beginning on Friday. He said they didn't come with enough intensity, and that's not what he's looking for. So expect the players to play a lot more tomorrow based on Friday practice. He said at the end they picked up intensity, but he just said that we got to make sure we're going full speed so we'll be prepared for game one. And that's how you got to practice, man. You practice like you play. You practice good, you play good. We got to keep that knowledge for sure. As far as players, we just signed Josh Rosen. I don't think none of us had discussed that yet. So I'm anxious to see how the former first rounder does under Matt Ryan's tutelage. So let's see, man. I'm sure he'll come out there second and third quarter. I'm anxious to see how he does with these weapons we have. Also, Franks. You did okay in that second preseason game. I want to see you keep building. Let's keep doing better. I saw you were looking through your reads. You were trying to actually pass instead of run. That's a key. That's when you know a QB is trying to change his game, when he's looking through his reads instead of just taking off. That first game, he said, "The hell with it, I'm out of there. I'm not finna look for no read. I'm just running every chance I get." So I like that. Offensive line. I gotta see some chemistry with you guys. I'm sure y'all will play into the third quarter, so I don't want to see no sacks given up or no blown reads. Like, call out your reads, Matt Hennessy, and make sure everybody is on the same page. I can't afford to have that happen to Matty Ice. I can tell you that now. So when Matt Ryan's in the game, pick up all your reads. If you got to get a penalty, so be it. Ain't none of that. We ain't taking no L's with Matty Ice. I can tell you that now. Defense. We got to see Marlon Davidson. We got to see Kendall Sheffield. Those are two key players. I'm noticing that they have injuries, little nagging injuries. And Sheffield, unfortunately, man, I saw K Styles and Mad Mike talk about this yesterday, bro. He's on thin ice. Like, I know he's had a lot of injuries, but when he's been in there, I haven't really seen nothing since that first year he played. He made a couple plays here and there. Last year wasn't good because he started off with an ankle injury, and he came back week 4, and Green Bay pretty much torched him throughout that game. And last year just wasn't his year. So Sheffield, I haven't seen you run with no starters. I haven't really seen you make too many plays on the backups. It's your time to shine. I need to see something from you. I hope you play. Let's get it. What y'all got, man?
What you got, Rich? Go ahead, man.
For the most part, man, I'm just excited that it's that week going in. We get to see our starters on offense and on defense. These guys get to at least show the world what we about and what we about to do. We about to see Kyle Pitts. What better way to do that to close out the preseason on NBC at night? We're finally going to put out the preseason, so we're going to show the world what we're about. And one of the dudes, I think Floyd, we had signed, just to answer his question, he asked who we signed recently. We signed Josh Rosen after AJ McCarron tore his ACL and stuff. So we'll see how that battle lines up between Rosen and Franks. We'll be able to see what he'll be able to do. So that's that.
Let's get into it, Mag. How you feeling? You ain't state nothing. I gotta hear how you feel, my brother.
Well, first of all, I want to say Verizon ain't letting me be great this morning because I keep getting froze out. So let me say this quick and easy, all right? Because last year, week beats they want me to be great, and now today Verizon don't want me to be great. So I'll just say this: what I want to see is I want to see someone put a chokehold on that position. Okay, we got to get total consistency and chemistry amongst that offensive line. I already probably, put it in the back of my head that McGarry might be the starting right tackle unless Beavers wows him or something like that. But Mayfield has to show consistency at that left guard position. If he already has an inside,
Yo.
Already, and I want to see is that, right, the left guard position, and I want to see basically who's going to be our rotational pieces in terms of pass rushers and who is really going to be. I know we have Fabian Moreau, but Arthur Smith is not really saying who really locked down that corner spot, that outside corner spot. We already know Isaiah Oliver is going to get some burn, and he might get some burn after out of that slot position, tackling and otherwise. But who is going to be that left corner spot opposite of AJ Terrell? That's exactly what I want to see. And of course, I guess he also Arthur Smith also talked about special teams, which you don't hear a lot of people or a lot of coaches talking about. Well, we got competition at the punter position, punting and I guess pinning your that likes to hunt and blitz from every single angle. Watch how that plays out. So you definitely have to look out for the punter position as well. I know you ain't going to hear that on a lot of shows or whatever, but somebody got to solidify that position too. It seems like we got somebody that snuck in, the mad scientist. You linked up, man? What's up? Talk to him.
Mike.
But yeah, so next topic. No, actually, first topic. RELAX. That has to do with Twisted and Rich just talked about. RELAX. I know y'all been asking for the past 3-4 weeks. When we want to see the starters? When we going to see the unicorn? When we going to see Weapon X on the field? When we going to see Matt? Well, ask you shall receive. Ask you shall receive. You finally got it. RELAX. You will. Is these little fickle fans, if they don't put up the required amount of points or they don't perform the way they should, I don't want them getting ready to jump off the bridge. I don't want them to sit there and say oh, I'm done with this team. If you're already done with this team, if you already got something negative to say before these guys already started, then go ahead and find yourself another team. Just find yourself another team. It's all good. It's all good. If you want to just if you want to just wait until basketball season and go just slurp on the Hawks, we're not rebuilding, we're retooling. And it's the first time the offensive players are going to be together on the field. So don't expect like the 1998 St. Louis Rams out there, okay? We're here to knock the dust off going into week 1. We have a 17-week season. This last preseason, those guys are probably either a series or they're going to get maybe like a quarter, and then they're going to move on because, okay, so Arthur Smith has a lot of evaluations to do at certain positions that he wants to get out. The first quarter is just to knock the dust off, and then we're going to move on from there. The only thing you want to do is just pray. Everybody get on their knees and pray that everybody gets out of this, this first. So.
Yeah, definitely. We really got to make sure our starters are able to come into the regular season doing good and feeling good. I don't need no nick and neck injuries going into the season. That's the purpose of them resting. You saw Kyle Pitts, he got dressed, and he sat on the sideline with Thor and Matt, and they were discussing coverages. Straight up. That's how we going to have it. But my homies was like that. We hiding Pitts, so we finna show you what Pitts gonna do. But you got a lot of film on him in college. I don't know why they keep saying we hiding him. You already know what he can do. It's already been shown. It's on tape.
It's so funny you say that, Twisted, because there's been times during the whole process, like during OTAs and all that stuff, like I'm just fiending to see Kyle Pitts. So what I've been doing, I go right to that college tape, go on YouTube, type in Kyle Pitts, everything, interviews, all that shit, like see everything. But one thing I wanted to say though, if y'all want to see Kyle Pitts, y'all got to tune in early because the starters is only going to get a minimum of probably 2 to 3 series in the first quarter. We probably say that we expect them, we want them to play out the whole quarter, the first quarter, but it's a chance that might not happen depending how the games play out and how many reps and looks the starters get. Mm-hmm. Another thing to keep in mind, right? This is we're still evaluating, right? So we still have to let those 3s, those 4s, those guys at the end of the roster, let them play. So we got to tune in early to see the starters and see what they got. It's going to be the same type of plays now. Remember, the same plays in the first half that they were called, it's still going to be the same type of plays, right? Because remember, making it fair as far as the proper evaluation to give every guy. So we're gonna see the wide zone. We're gonna see a little bit of play action. Matt Ryan throwing the ball in play action. We're gonna see those flat routes, and it's gonna be good to see them finally execute them. Mm-hmm. One thing about with Matt Ryan in this new offense, I want to see him get the language down packed. Like I know he said that in his interview, and how they set the protection. That's the biggest thing. I know you guys were touching on that already earlier. We don't want Matt Ryan to get sacked and the left guard position holding up. So we'll see how they answer to that as far as protections and going against blitzes and stunts and see them block it well.
Mm-hmm. And that was a great synopsis on there, Rich. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's key. If Matt Ryan has time, we know he's gonna carve defenses up. And the Browns already said that Mayfield is going to play tomorrow, so we're going to get a chance to see their starter. Let's hope we get to see Odell and AJ or Landry and AJ. I want to see some of these matchups. I like to see how we match up versus a playoff team. And we can't forget the Browns defense is great. They have Myles Garrett. They do have Jadeveon Clowney. They do have safeties and corners and Ward. So we're gonna get a chance to see what mismatches are and what matchups we can extort. Calvin Ridley is gonna get a chance to see some plays. I want to see how he looks. I want to see how Kyle Pitts and Hayden. I want to see how defenses try to stop these 2 tight end sets. But it's gonna be vanilla. So don't be expecting crazy calls from Arthur Smith or crazy blitzes from Dean Pease. They might give you a sprinkle, but they're not going in to the playbook until week 1. We're not giving nobody extra film.
There you go.
It's going to be very, very vanilla. Okay, expect a little bit of motion. Don't. Maybe a blitzing here and there, but no, we're not going to show our true hand. We're going to show our hand. We playing Uno with these fools this year. You ain't going to show our hand, all right? Until we truly ready.
That man said real vanilla. Hey, it ain't. We ain't playing spades at this boy. We playing Uno.
We playing Uno.
Mhm.
Mike, how you feeling though, man? We gotta hear your take, brother.
Hey man, look, I'ma just say it like this. Y'all know how it is on Saturday, Sunday. Y'all ain't gonna see my face on Saturday. That's my off day. But um, I don't really think it matters, to be honest. The Falcons could come out and show everybody exactly what they want to do. That don't mean your ass is going to be prepared for it. We talk about blitzes. You know what I'm saying? This is Dean Pease. This guy has what 30, 40 years under his belt.
Mm-hmm.
So it's much like Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips has never um not been prepared for anything. He's been doing the same shit for the last 20 years. He's been doing the same shit for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it really matters. Um, Dean Pease' whole career is about mixing and matching, causing the quarterback First and foremost, this is his job to create chaos. All right. All right, man. I had to throw that out there for you. But create chaos and create uncertainty with the quarterback. So he's not worried so much about the running game. You know what I'm saying? He's not worried about scoring 20 points. Look at them eyes, man. That man evil genius, bro. That man ain't worried about none of that.
Thanos.
48 years of coaching.
Thanos.
That man knows what he's doing. So that man is not worried about what we worried about. Like tipping his hands. Y'all know what's coming, but that don't mean you're gonna be prepared for what's coming. That is two different things. So like I'm not worried about anything. Like Dean Pease can come out and show, 7 blitz packages. But is he gonna run those same blitz packages in week 1 versus week 6? Week 6 versus week 2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what we're talking about. Adjustments. Nothing in the NFL is new. You saying the 2-4-5, the 3-3-5, the dime packages, the traditional dime packages. We're seeing all those things come back. This has been something that's been going since the beginning of time as far as football is concerned. Like none of these concepts are new. They run the same concepts in college and high school, all of that. So like where the true great coaches, where they make their mark is adjusting, because you don't know if from one, like let's just use the Saints for example. You don't know if they're going to get a ball to Slat Thomas 15 times out of the game, or you don't know if they're just going to run stretch plays and just hand the ball, pass the ball to Alvin Kamara from game to game. That's what great coaches do. They adjust. So I don't really care.
One thing we gotta mention in Dean P's interview, he stated that it's not. People think that it's gonna be multi-look on the all 11 players. It's gonna be multi-look. It could be where the defensive backs is running multiple looks, but the front 7 is the same. The front 7 is running multiple looks, but the back end is the same. So that's key. And he also said that he teaches concepts. He don't teach positions. That way he gives each player a chance to play multiple positions throughout that. So if we have an injury, we can just switch Deion Jones over there. We can switch Foyer over there. If we have an injury, we can switch Grady to the outside. We can switch Marlon to the outside. Like he wants everybody to be multi. And that's the purpose of his defense. He stated that all the defensive line is going to be able to play all 3 defensive line positions. All the linebackers will be able to play all the linebacker positions. Like, that's key. That's how I want it. I don't want it to be where they just focus on a position. Know the scheme. Know where your other players are supposed to be at, so everybody's on one accord. You don't want to have the back end saying, hey, you're supposed to be down here, and then you confused thinking no. Everybody on the same accord.
It seemed like I don't want to bring this guy back up again, but it seemed like didn't Dan Quinn draft guys to be that? What didn't he use that B word versatility? Like I want versatility. I want guys that could be everywhere, and they were in the same spot every time. Oh, 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Watch 22. It's like you knew exactly where these guys was gonna be at. And then towards the end of his tenure, then he started doing a little bit of blitzing. Get out of here, dude. Now we know. Now we have a guy, just like you said, with 48 years experience. Mm-hmm. And what this guy is bringing to the table, because he actually mentioned it, going into our next topic, that he actually mentioned that the time, it was like one time I remember that we used 8 different corners during the season. Yeah, and we went on to win the Super Bowl that year. Like, what does that tell you? Like, does Dean seem worried? Nah. Dean, we trust, bro. That's it. That's all it is. It's like exactly. Dean, we trust, because this dude is sitting there like y'all have no idea what I'm planning right now. I haven't talked to y'all in 7 months, and the only reason why I'm here is because I'm probably obligated to do so. But other than that, it's like I'm just sitting here just chilling right now. Because he said two factors, ladies and gentlemen. I want to.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I'm here so you don't get fined.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
But like two things that I got from his interview about what Dean P said, a little bit what Twisted was saying as far as the concept. Mm-hmm. To further elaborate on that is that players understand their position. So like some of the corners, they know what it is, how it is to play safety. Some of the safety have a little bit of looks at the corners or the nickel spots. So some of the outside linebackers understands how it is to play in the inside gaps in the interior playing against the run. Some of the inside linebackers know how to somewhat blitz, how to set the edge and understand their responsibility so everything can execute as a whole defense. Mm-hmm. So the main thing why it's going to be a multiple defense, which is so great, is that each week it's going to be different. We're going to have guys lined up differently, which is going to make it harder, right? We want it to be stressful on the quarterback to understand going into the game where guys are going to be lined up at. No, you thought he was the mic, but no, it's not the mic. Like, it's just little things like that going into week one, going into the, prepping for each week. You don't know what's going to be. That's the biggest thing about the defense.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, man, this guy said 2 factors that got me off my bed and got me on this team. 2 factors, okay? Because he said he had options. He wasn't acting like this was like Tinder and whatnot. Mm-hmm. He was swiping and he was looking for options and whatnot. And Arthur Smith came up to him and he said, it really didn't take much. I spoke to Arthur, and Arthur's is that dude. And that was number 1 that got me off my bed. Number 2, it was the way that we played against the Kansas City Chiefs. Say what you want that we lost that game, but the way we played and that type of team, that team was supposed to beat us by at least 30. At least. I was going in starting, I swear to God, like if you play fantasy football, I was starting every kind of Kansas City Chief against that defense. I mean, I thought Patrick Mahomes was going to throw like 450 and about 4 touchdowns, but that team came out and it showed some heart. It showed that it can. It shows that it's capable. All right? Mm-hmm. Now what he did is like, okay, if you can do that, and this is what he said, it's like, I've seen you do it, go do it again.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Like that's all he's telling them. Is like, I've seen you guys be able to do it. Now go do it again.
Consistency.
Consistency. That's all it is. He said that I'm not expecting guys to be perfect every single game, but I've seen the potential of what you can be. Mm-hmm. So just go ahead and just like do that, man. Like there's nothing else to it. Don't overthink. Just go do it.
Hey, we can't forget about the Grady Jarrett part too. He said that when he called Ray Lewis pretty much stamped him because, Grady and Ray, they grew up, they know each other. And he basically was saying that Grady has 3 things. He has heart, he has the skill set, and he continues. He has a motor. He doesn't quit on plays. So when you got them 3 type things and you're already an all-pro player, it's nothing but getting better. And with the right toolage and the right coaching, you will see the rest of the 10 players come and form with Grady to be a good defense.
Like, do we realize that how many guys that we have on that defensive line that has a motor? Grady Jarrett, A.O., Marlon Davidson, John Comiskey, Tutu Mariner, Stephen Means. We got guys that got motor. Michael Walker. I mean, you got Deion Jones. We got guys that's going to be straight up hungry. Now, what I don't want is people to start salivating over single stats or individual stats, because I believe that Mike, you had it on a show one time. Did you want like double-digit stats, or did you want like I think like 5.5 sacks divvied out throughout the entire team? I just want, and somebody put it in the comments, I just want hellacious, organized chaos. That's what I want. I want the Atlanta Falcons defense to give quarterbacks the Sam Darnold treatment. When he was on the sideline, said I was seeing ghosts. Like, that's exactly what I want. And it can't happen. This team is capable. You got athletes all over the field, all 3 levels. It's going to happen.
Hey, quick question before we get into this. How did Malik Walker win player of the game over AO? Was that tripping?
Because he's at different spots.
Yeah, Mike. Yep. I was about to say that.
He's just different spots. He has more responsibility.
Well, shit, AO won't ball out.
Yeah, he's playing inside out.
Across the field, JOK is going to be playing. JOK is going to be playing. So, AO got something to prove. That it wasn't just JOK, on that defense. Like, I played a part with that too. So you know AO is going to be one of those guys that's going to come out and prove a point. He's going to solidify at least a rotational part, within this defense, pass rush specialist or something like that.
Jacob better watch out. Jacob better watch out. He's coming for playing time, bro. And then the one thing I like about AO, and I swear I bring this up a lot, when you can't get to the QB, you put your hands up to bat the ball down. That is a key for me. With defensive linemen, when linebackers blitzing, and he shows that at a young age. A lot of rookies don't do that starting off. They only think to just keep their head down and get straight to the QB. Nah, if you get blocked, let's put them up. Let's see what's up. That's how you get turnovers.
I think that like a lot of people, a lot of teams, I would say, is gonna sleep on our defense. Like, I think the last game of the season, talking about Kansas City, I think Kansas City came into that game thinking this is going to be a piece of cake. Like, this is the worst passing defense and all that types of shit. And then now we're going into this new season. I think certain teams still look at us that way. Oh, they're a new system. It's going to take time for them to get it going and stuff. And I think we're going to surprise people. And I think that's also is going to be an advantage towards our defense. If certain teams going in, they're going to start sleeping on us. So good luck if they do it.
Look, Rich, they already been sleeping on us. They had a thing when you come down to Atlanta, we the get right team. You can come to Magic City, you can enjoy yourself, you get yourself a drink, some hot wings, some lemon pepper wings and whatnot, come on the next field and drop.
Hold on, I gotta correct you. They're not lemon pepper wings no more.
What's that?
They the Lou Will wings. You know that now. Lemon pepper Lou now, man. You can't do Lou like that. Lemon pepper Lou. They changed the name.
I got you, bro. I got you. But that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they went down here. It was like, oh, this is a nice facility and whatever like that. Like their fans don't come out and there's no false starts. Like we can actually hear. From sideline to sideline, we can hear the quarterback count and everything. You don't come out and support this team. They don't. So this is what it is. So we can actually get right. We on a 3-game skid. We going down to Atlanta. We can get right. No, that shit ends now. It ends now. If you coming down here, you're going to get that work because we're going to unleash a couple of guys on that defensive line on your ass straight up. And I don't mean to sit there and curse like that because I'm trying to monetize. But right now, it's like they about to get that work. And somebody actually said it in the comments. I forgot to mention him, Jonathan Bullock. Yeah, like he's going to be like very, very underrated in what he's going to do for us as well because he already showed flashes like during this preseason. So just watch the trenches because that's where it's all going to start and that's where it's going to end. But watch the trenches. Don't get fooled by possibly what we could be throwing out there because the game is won and lost in the trenches. If you've been watching this team for the past 5 to 7 years, especially under the Dan Quinn era, we've been losing games in the trenches.
Definitely.
We've always been talking about we've been lighting the ass, lighting the we need bricks in our back pockets. Well, we got some boys now. I mean, Marlon Davidson already said that he gets paid for being violent. Dude is absolutely crazy, man. What you got, Mike?
Let me add a little sauce to that. I don't really care too much about the lemon pepper, but yeah, I'll throw some goddamn spicy jerk chicken, some jerk mix on that motherfucker. And that's what I'm about to do. That's what I'm about to do right now. I don't disagree with anything you just said, but this is where I believe that most of our issues became a major issue. Getting to the Super Bowl was probably the worst thing that could have happened to this coaching regime. Okay,
Mm.
that was the worst thing that could have happened. One, Dan Quinn. I think Dan Quinn, he had a scheme that he felt like it worked. Being that he won a Super Bowl with the exact same scheme, and he gets to the Falcons in year two, he gets to a Super Bowl. So when you talk about coaches and whether Dan Quinn was smart enough not, to put these guys in position, well, he did that in 2016. Big B was moved all around. Rashid Hickman was moved all around. Mm-hmm. All those guys was moved all the way around. All right, you had a veteran pass rusher. You had a couple of them. You had Claiborne, who just so happened to get hurt towards the end of the season, so he kind of missed the playoffs. And then you got Dwight Freeney. So he had the pieces. He had everything that he needed to succeed. But what went wrong is that adjustments, the lack of adjustments, and arrogance. A lot of these coaches just absolutely arrogant as hell. They feel like I am the best. I got Julio Jones. I got Grady Jarrett. I got Deion Jones. I got Keanu O'Neal. Bitch, I'm going to win 90 times out of it. All right. So that's the way coaches feel. But when you have coaches with a lot of inexperience, they don't have a concept of adjusting. And that's what the great coaches do. They adjust well. Dean Pease doesn't sit back and do the exact same thing time in and time out. He doesn't do that. He adjusts. Even when you seeing the same look, he's gonna throw a wrinkle in there. He'll give you the exact same look to make you think that the corner is coming, but all along he got an overload coming from the left side. You know what I'm saying? Like, he do things like that. So it's the same looks, but different, ways out of different looks out of that, different concepts out of that one look. So like, that's where I feel that Dan Quinn went wrong. This is where the Falcons went wrong. The lack of adjustments. These guys know exactly that's why they brought these guys in. You got these guys on the team because, most of the guys, let's look at the roster right now. Most of the guys, this is pretty much the exact same team. So it's nothing really too much new on the defensive side of the ball. Mm-hmm. It's just adjusting, coaching. And that's why we went out, got some great coaches. And these guys are going to show Dan Quinn how to truly, truly coach the game. And not to, kind of go on a tangent a bit, but I'm going to just end it with this. Look at the Hawks. The Hawks will complete shit the first 30 games, 30 games. The head coach got fired. But soon as Nate McMillan got in that bitch, guess what? He ended up going on a run and ended up in 2 games away from the damn finals. All right? So coaching freaking matters.
Hey, and we got to think, Dan Quinn kind of messed up the year before 2016. 2015, we started out 6-0. We ended 8-8. So he already had a destruction as far as when it comes to making adjustments from 2015. And I feel like in 2015 we had to play the NFC East, so it was much easier competition. But towards the end, he just didn't know how to end games. We had that 49ers game. We had at least 2 or 3. The Colts game we could have won, and he just fumbled it as far as with the coaching and the decisions. And it came back to haunt him in 2016 and 2017. In the playoffs, you kept playing Devontae Freeman knowing he has a meniscus tear, and Tevin Coleman is killing, getting 8 to 9 yards a carry. So it's shown in his system that he just doesn't know how to make adjustments. And with Deans in the fold, with Arthur in the fold, they're not going to just leave players out there if they're messing up. They're not going to just keep doing the same scheme. It's going to be more creation when it comes to the players. And that's what the fans want in a sense. That's what the players want. They want the coaches to pick up where they might lack at. Don't put me in a position to fuck up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One last thing I'll say to that, Twisted, that he also mentioned is that he said that the players get it. They understand the system. They understand the scheme. Like mentioned every time, multiple defense. So you got to learn different positions. Honestly, we got guys that's smart enough that come from these prestigious schools and have that background that they can pick up the verbiage and understand it and execute it. That's one thing as a former player, it's not easy to do to learn multiple positions. Of course, when you learn multiple positions, it's going to make you more versatile and more better. But the main thing, like I'm going to emphasize on it, when you learn multiple positions, you get a better understanding of the concept of the defense on why we're doing this, what is the point of doing this, how we're closing the pocket, and how we're executing the blitz. So guys getting a better understanding. So when you get a better understanding of that, you're going to play faster and you're going to make more plays.
Before we change, I'm sorry, my bad.
No, you good.
Now that you said that, one thing I noticed with the D line, it was more so everybody was working as they self. You know, it was one-on-ones. It wasn't helping the other person. This year, it's going to be more so we're going to help the linebacker scrape and get into the backfield. We're going to help Grady Jarrett force the pocket and make the quarterback step up so Grady can get the easy sack. The QBs are not going to be able to move on the outside no more. We're going to be able to hold the fourth down and let the front line, the D linemen, and the if we blitz inside linebackers, the quarterback comes right to them.
Man,
that's how you want to have
it. You already seen it. It's already happening.
Yeah.
You have C-gap. How do you want it? How do you want it? Because it's coming, and we're coming down. At this time, if you ain't down for that, or if you ain't down with that, I got 3 words for you. Like, share, subscribe. Okay. If you're new, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the show, you know, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the show, call along. Where you from? Tell me where you from. All right. Tell me what you represent. Tell me what team you represent. Trust me. We got a segment coming up where you can represent where you're from. If you don't agree with us or you do agree with us, we got something coming up where you can get some things off your chest. All right. Now this is halftime. This is the 7th inning stretch. Get up and stretch yourself a little bit. All right. This is what we about to do. We about to do a roll call right now. I'm gonna go through the line. We're gonna do a roll call. Then we're gonna get back in these topics. Now remember what I said. Remember exactly what I said. There will be an opportunity for you to come on the show, and don't be scared. Don't be a keyboard warrior back there. You will not get bodied. If you
better be scared, because I'm gonna get your ass when you come in here with that dumb shit.
You see. We got the Southern Thanos. They got all the Infinity Stones about to
let them know.
But there will be an opportunity. I'm telling you. I promise you. So now we get through this 7th inning stretch. I want to say what's up to the motivated, dedicated. What's good, brother? Floyd Donnelly, Malik Holmes, Wallace Smith. There wouldn't be without her. There would be no us. Miss Maggie, the producer. What's going on? Mr. Lee the third. What's good? We got Ghost Peppers every week, every show. This guy come in and bring a fire, man. Actually one day I want you to come on the show, bro. Ghost Peppers, man. I want you on the show. Man,
Tony Wright as well. Tony Wright, you gotta come on.
Tony, I'm telling you, man. But if you're new, because I'm seeing some new names in here. If you're new, just
Mr. Lee 3.
Mr. Lee 3rd, like Blizz 818. I'm seeing some new names in here. Tell me, like, if you're a fan of the Falcons, tell me how long you've been a fan. Don't put 28-3. We get it, okay? But let us know, like, how long you've been a fan or who you've been representing. Even if you're a Saints fan, don't be scared. You're not going to get bodied in here as long as you're able to break some facts.
You got somebody from Northern New York in here too, bro.
Listen, if you're from New York, you already got 2 guys from New York up in here, man. Trust me, you ain't by yourself.
Hey, Toxic Falcons, you petty, bro. He gonna say bring back dude who said Ryan Fitzpatrick is better than Matt Ryan. I don't even need to discuss that guy. We good. I'm straight. Have a good day.
Toxic, don't be toxic. Okay, don't do that. Okay. Jamal Grant.
Whoa. We got a $5 biscuit.
Ooh, did it?
I feel obligated to read this. Jamal Grant for $5. We appreciate you. That's gas in the car. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. I have Grant as my Falcons rookie MVP with 92 coming in was it second place? Okay.
No Kyle Pitts?
You talk about like offense, or you just like talk about this in general, Jamal? Just like hit me up with that. Like if you just
I think he's talking about defense. I think he's talking about defense because we were just talking about DP.
Whoa! Oh wow! I'm sorry. I'm seeing something. Hey,
what happened?
No, I just saw something. Never mind. Look, I'm in a whole nother world right now, man. My bad.
Mike is on Instagram. He's on Twitter right now. Don't pay Mike no mind.
He said,
hey, Rich, you gonna do like that?
He on the gram.
Hey, Andrew G, what's up, man? Appreciate you.
Oh, what's the name? He said just defense.
That's correct.
For Richie Grant, like for Richie Grant to be like defensive end.
That DNP calling.
Yeah, man, I got some schemes on the way.
Yeah, he said.
I told him to hit me up. I need to know the schemes.
Yeah, didn't I tell you? That's what Twisted Take is about. That phone stay ringing. That's probably Arthur Smith calling you or Terry. No.
Man, Arthur Smith don't talk like that, bro. You know he's a mute. He don't really like talking like that, bro. He's he don't like talking.
How we forget about mentioning that Dean Pease also said that he wants his defense to be an attacking defense. Like, how did that sound? Like, what are y'all thoughts on that? Like, what are y'all comment on that?
We want it.
We out here.
We all want it. We all want attacking defense. Forget it. I'm sick of this standing back and seeing what the offense gonna do. Make the offense tell you what they gonna do. Pre-read. I need the QB like, where he going? Let's step back. I don't know.
Let me say this, because I think there's just like not even a lot of analysts. Look, I'm gonna tell you right here. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. One of the ways that you can create more cap space for yourself, and that's probably, like I said, not many people think like this. But people don't realize the way that you create more cap space and you create a dynasty is to have multiple avenues, multiple ways you can get after the quarterback. What you don't want is to have at least two pass rushers. I'm talking about big time pass rushers like Grady Jarrett. Those seem to take up a lot of money because, like, once these guys get 10 sacks, they already going into that pool. Like, look, they already go into a pool of $15 to $20 million a year once you get 10 sacks. All right, that's first and foremost. I mean, we know that because we got the guy in Dante Fowler. And like I said, I do like Dante Fowler, but once you get there, you immediately go into that 15. So what am I saying? Why am I saying this? Well, this is the reason why the Falcons are saying that we're going to be a dynasty, because what you don't realize is that when you have multiple players with 5 sacks, they don't cost as much. Therefore, you can go sign a Calvin Ridley. You can have a Kyle Pitts. You can have a Hayden Hurst all on one team, because guess what? You don't have to pay them that much money. You don't have to pay the defense that much. So there's a constant rotation of defenders and constant rotation of defenders. Yeah, you have to have draft picks, but you can trade away a Hayden Hurst for 2 to 3 more mid-round picks. And guess what? You're going back into the draft to re-up. So this is the new way to keep the organization winning. All right? Like I said before, not too many people even thinking about that. That's why the Falcons are not. That's why you brought a Terry Fontenot in here because he's a great bargain. He's a great bargain buyer. All right, that's what he does. That's what he does. He can go to look. You know how black folks we go to Piggly Wiggly, we go to Kroger, and we go over there with $5, but we'll come out there with 3, 4, 5 bags. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he does. That's what he does, and this is what the Falcons are going to do from here on out. So we're going to see some explosive offenses, but the defense is going to be cheap as hell. They're going to be great, but they're going to be cheap, and this is how we're going to keep those exciting players on offense. We're going to score a lot of points. We're going to be aggressive, and that's the reason why he's saying we're going to be aggressive, because it's cheaper to be aggressive. It really is.
I don't understand how people don't even recognize that, because the Patriots did it for 20 years.
20 years they've been doing it.
They did it for 20 years. You know,
Patriots, like Steelers,
the Ravens. I mean, they did have some boys on that team, but it was like constant turnover. And what's the consistent thing when you talk about the Patriots and you talk about the Ravens? Because they were always just bringing guys that could just rush the passer. It was all about scheme. Well, we got that guy as our play caller now. That guy that was on that squad that was calling for, like, I was like, damn, how does the Ravens defense keep staying consistently good over the course of time? Scheme, play calling, and now we got that guy. So if it takes for us to get rid of some guys that was a fan favorite, so be it. Are you a Falcons fan or are you an individual fan? You know. Yeah.
But the cap. I mean,
whoa. I think we just totally jumped into something. Oh, we just really slowly just dropped into something. My bad, T. Bro, that's the reason why they were not really upset about, you know, trading away Julio Jones, because not only that, like, they just got 15, 20 something, like I think like $18 million in free cap money for the next couple of years.
Yeah. And we got to think the injury part played a toll in it too. Like,
yeah,
you can't expect people to pay you $20-30 million and you only gonna play half the season, and then just gonna have lingering issues.
Bro, that car had 100,000 miles on it. That car had 100,000 miles on it. It was time to take it back. Okay, you know what happens when you reach that digit mark? The carburetor start messing up. You know, like it doesn't get the acceleration that it used to. You can put all the oil change you want in there. It does not matter. Julio Jones had about 100,000 miles on it. I mean, we loved him when he was here. He's a great player. He's a surefire Hall of Famer. But what we did, I mean, how does that happen? How do you go from Julio Jones to another potential generational talent? How does that happen?
Luck.
That's
luck, bro. That's luck, bro.
Yeah, that's my man Isaac Cross said it. The check engine light is on.
I know where he's going with this. I think the Falcons know exactly what generational talents look for, and they plan accordingly. That's why I say it's like, yeah, you could get lucky, but I think they sincerely, I truly believe that when you talk about that one guy that just Falcons fans, just like, not just Falcons fans, a lot of these analysts, a lot of these so-called experts, they don't give Rich McKay enough respect. That man has built some great defenses, some great legendary teams. That guy knows what the hell he's doing, okay? He has respect around the NFL. He was one of the guys, if not the guy, who saw something great in Tony Dungy, and he gave Tony Dungy exactly everything that he needed to succeed. So when you talk about the Falcons and, you know, how we keep getting all these generational talents, Grady Jarrett, Deion Jones, you know, Julio Jones, Kyle Pitts, Calvin Ridley. That was one consistent guy right there. Rich McKay. Why is everybody why are they not paying him any attention? That's what I don't get.
Because he ain't like your boy up in Indianapolis getting caught with drug money like in his bag and a whole bunch of pills and whatnot. What's his Irsay, Jim Irsay? You know, my man ain't like Jim.
Yo, wow. Boy, you wilding on that one, boy.
I I forgot all about that, bro. I forgot all about that. I swear I did. Hey, what's up to my homie Buck? But Buck be telling me he know they still use Dean Pease scheming and with the Ravens. He know that. So Dean Pease has made his mark around the league, man, and that's what we need him to do. Make your mark over here in Atlanta, so they can just follow the blueprint when you do decide to retire, and your son pick up the pieces.
Please, man, we're gonna have Pease for decades.
Hey, I just noticed that though. We do come like the Falcons do come in good fortune when it comes to finding talent as far as generational talent. We went from Roddy to Julio to Calvin to Kyle Pitts. Like we find Matt Ryan, we find talent on offense. We find talent on defense too. It just we don't keep them. I mean, like it's times we had D'Angelo Hall, we traded him off. We had Deion Sanders, we traded him off. Like that's things that the Falcons do because they believe they can continue to keep finding. And with Scary Terry in the fold, he is not gonna risk nothing. He gonna sit in his spot and wait it out. He ain't Thomas Dimitroff to where, we got to jump up here and give all this draft pick capital up to get players. We're going to sit and see what the best thing we got.
After this year, Foye got to stay, man. I've been hearing people talk about it. Guys, contracts is coming up, all that other stuff. I don't see it happening. Like Foye, after this year, he's going to ball out, got the green dot. He's going to stay. We want him to stay. I know you guys like Michael Walker and all these other guys coming up, but you need that foundation. You need that core group of guys that can hunt and be able to go at any time. And Foye is a guy now, depending how he, steps up another level this year, primarily going to get that C on his chest. I see him being part of that core values, that core nucleus on the Falcons with Grady Jarrett, Deion Jones, Matt Ryan to build this team as well as with AJ Terrell and Calvin Ridley. Like he's going to be part of that nucleus.
Hold on, Rich. Hold on now. Now, I like to say one thing, Well, Foye is excellent player, especially from where we drafted him and what he has
I know where you go.
Now, at a certain point, because I remember we was having issues when, with the Julio Jones fiasco, and then a lot of people then want Keanu Neal to leave. I get it. Me, it's like I kind of like KZ. Maybe I was drunk that day. Maybe it was something that was in here. I don't know. Now,
he has his moments.
He had his moments. Now, my thing is, Slide is due his money, and I'm sure he wants to be in top tier in terms of money. And Foye, I don't know if we'll be able to get into a bidding war. If you're talking about like these sorry behind teams like a Houston Texans or Jacksonville Jaguars, they probably want to move on from what's his name, Miles Jack, or you got a guy like in who is it in the New York Jets where you have like CJ Mosley, you trying to build a defense there. I don't know if you can. We want to get into a bidding war, with teams like that. I want Foye to stay. I mean, Foye is a guaranteed turnover because one of your topics was he did the peanut punch on Calvin Ridley. The guy knows how to create turnovers. He does. The only thing is like how much is that dictated on the open market? Because remember that we're also going to be coming off of we're going to be more into the positive coming off this pandemic and whatnot. So teams are going to have a lot more money to spend. The question is like, are we? Because something's going to have to give. Because Lindstrom's his money's going to be due soon too. So I don't know how much you want to have like invested into like maybe like a couple of individual players, especially being the fact that Debo is there. He ties up some money. We already know that Dante Fowler is going to be gone, more than likely. I think at this point is that we have to start training up some guys to be these replacements because that was the thing when going back to what Jumpman said is that you said that we always would be able to get like a next man up. But the only thing is a lot about the next man up usually came years later.
Yeah,
it wasn't like a guy like a guy there that was like waiting, That's why when Michael Vick had his issue is that we had trouble going on to like the next quarter. That's how we get Joey Harrington as our quarterback, But
you had to wait a year.
Nick, not so often you get a guy like I said, you get a Jake Matthews, that's able to take the reins to be like for the next 10 to 12 years. You get guys like Fourier that could take over. I mean like Debo that could take over. But now it's like we have to focus on pass rush because this is where they are. This is where the NFL is going. We have to focus on pass rush and scheme. We'll find superstars. Superstars will be able to play within that scheme, But I think at this point, it's like we have to start building like more guys instead of just having like one or two guys, whatever like that. We got our guy. We got Grady and we got Michael. We got Fourier and we got Errol. And we got what's the name of the other dude? Twisted. Is Errol Thompson and the other guy, the middle linebacker?
Etheridge,
yeah. So I think when you have guys like that, does that, like in your opinion, Rich, does that make Fourier expendable? Because you got guys that look like they're capable, or what's your opinion?
It's like yes and no. It's good. Is the good thing about that? It shows you what your depth can look like. You understand? And it shows you what other guys can do. Like you said, the next topic we're going to be leading into is guys that's going to be making a 53-man roster. Those are going to be those guys that's going to be, on the poll on if they're going to make the roster or not. But kickoff and special teams is going to play a big factor for those guys. But I don't think it will make Fourier expendable. I just think depending what the Falcons want to do and what he wants to do. Because at the end of the day, as a player, and you they took a chance on you late rounds from Yale he went to, right? So they took a chance on Fourier. So it's like you got to buy in. It is a business, but at the end of the day, it's a relationship too. Like guys want to stay here. Like guys want to still be here.
Yeah.
Guys want to win a Super Bowl and bring it home. So I think Fourier is a guy, smart guy. We see his energy as well. Like I know a lot of guys like Frank Darby. Like I like Fourier a lot. Humble dude. And smart guy. So like I like what he brings to the table, and I want him to be a Falcon for a long time.
And we also it's Malik Walker's birthday today, so I'm sure he's gonna have a good game tomorrow. When you have a birthday before the game, it's usually your time to shine. So happy birthday to Malik Walker or Mikael Walker. I always get his first name messed up, but yeah, happy birthday to him. Hey, we got linebackers, man, but like Rich said, I do want Fourier. The cap is gonna go up, so we also have to see what our cap number will be moving forward. Matt Ryan will get another extension, so that can free up some money as well in the next 2 years.
Oh, don't say that! Don't say that now.
Did he really just say that? Oh man! Oh my God!
It's true.
Hot talk. Oh, don't put his face on there. Don't put
Did I lie about something?
I know you ain't lying about nothing, but you know that, man, it's a hot topic, man. You know that.
Listen,
I
bro.
don't think they want to hear that one. I don't think they want to hear that. Not just
You gotta be honest, bro.
They
You gotta be honest, man. You're not people think it's so easy to find QBs and stuff like that. Y'all saw what happened to Justin Field. He talked all that crap and got blasted. You gotta be humbled.
Oh, that's
Matt Ryan has been humbled. Matt Ryan has been showing you that he can be the man with the plan. And he's been showing you that he takes extensions and he helps the team. So let's continue to build. If he wants to play 2 or 3 more years, I'm not stopping him. If I don't see a decline, I'm not stopping him.
Let me say about this. My bad. I'm sorry, but I got to say this about Fourier. It's let's just be real. It's not a lot of these players because Julio wasn't like this before he got with his new management. Let's just be real. All right, and like quite honestly, it really depends on these damn agents and his management. They feel as though Julio was, a brand in itself, which is true to a certain extent. But I think they overvalue his importance to a team. And if the Falcons are going to keep Fourier has to do it for himself.
Yeah.
Do not listen. Yeah. And that's don't listen to your team. Your team is going to big you up. They're gonna be Flavor Flav. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be Flavor Flav. They gonna be damn, you know, RP the Proof. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be your hype man. They gonna make sure that you think you better than what you actually are. You more valuable than what you actually are. So he has to understand that it's okay in the NFL to take the Larry Fitzgerald approach to football. What do I mean by that? Just because you're getting $30 million up front, that could be your only time getting $30 million up front. The rest of it, you don't pretty much grab the organization by the balls, which a Julio did, which Michael Thomas has done. You can look at Le'Veon Bell. He had the organization by the balls, and guess what? It got his ass out of the league. So it's okay to take Larry Fitzgerald, and I sincerely advise players to take that approach. Why? Because it's going to guarantee you at least 2 to 3 more years in the league outside. So if he was smart, he would take that approach. He would take that Matt Ryan. He would take that Larry Fitzgerald approach. Hell, I'm gonna just praise Tom Brady for a second, because that's what he's been doing all his career. That man done had I lost count how many times Tom Brady has taken restructures to make sure that his team is they have everything that they need. So if you want to have success in the NFL, and everybody say, "Oh, I got to get that bag. I got to get that bag." Yeah, that's all cool and all. But if you want to have longevity in the league, do exactly that. All right. It's okay to take $10 million if you're worth 15. I mean, you ain't getting 5. Look, I'm cool with that. All right. But you're going to get that over time. And a lot of players don't want to wait over time. They don't want to wait. Patience is a virtue.
Did y'all see what Tony Wright just said? I think this guarantees we going 1-0. Philly has just traded with Jacksonville for backup quarterback Gardner Minshew.
Oh my God!
I don't know who was traded. It probably was Ertz. Probably Ertz was traded because Tebow can't block. So it probably was Ertz. I don't know who was traded or the draft picks. You see?
No. If it was a trade, I think. Honestly, I don't know what the hell's going on with Philly. I think all them up there, they on them X pills or something. I don't know what they on up there. Like them something good.
Mike, did you see the coach's press conference? But he was stumbling over his words. I don't know who was worse, him or Dan Campbell.
Bruh. Yeah, that's why I don't know what's going on in Philly, bro. Like Philadelphia, I don't know what they going up there, but I don't like this trade for Jacksonville. One thing that I always say, when you got a quarterback that you can rely on, I'm not trading him for no fucking chump change. And Gardner Minshew may not be a starting quarterback, but he's a valuable quarterback. And I'm not trading a valuable quarterback for 6 rounds. Like a bunch of 6-round picks. Like, are you kidding me? A quarterback, a valuable quarterback?
They're starting games, Mike.
And he started game. That's crazy, bro.
That means that they didn't trust Hurts. They don't like Hurts, so they don't trust him. That's what it is. And they want somebody that they can go to in case Hurts starts screwing up. That's all it is.
Hey, he had a stomach virus the other day. He couldn't play, so I mean.
Oh. Bro.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, that's what I said. That's where we at right now. And whoever's starting. I have no problem saying if we're going to go 1-0. We're going to feel good about ourselves, going to Philly. That's our get right game. If you want to talk about preseason number 4, our dress rehearsal, there's our get right game for the 53-man roster.
Right.
So what's up? What y'all think on that? Surprise players that will make the 53-man roster. Comments and panel as well. What y'all think?
Rosen. Oh, I think Rosen's going to be number 2, and they probably might redshirt Felipe.
Yeah,
I totally. I don't think. I think it has something to do with Felipe. It's the fact that in case Matt Ryan does, get hurt, which he doesn't do. Hello, comment section. He don't get hurt. He's consistent. But God forbid.
You got to throw that one in there,
bro. Okay. My thing is the fact that he only missed maybe what? Like I think somebody put a stat up there. I think you commented on that, Mike. That he only missed like what 3 games or something like that.
Yeah.
Who, Matt
I don't know if
Ryan?
it was like his. And he, bro, I don't even know how many times that you could sit there and say that he never had a real nagging injury that kept him out. Every time that you turned on your TV, number 2 was basically running out there to lead the offense.
While getting sacked 40-some times a year.
And kept getting up. His skinny behind kept getting up. You thought that he was going to break down and stay down, but he kept getting. That's that. I'm telling you, man. That's that Philly blood in this system. He's like,
that's the Philly. He's from Philly, man.
That's Philly, man. He's like,
that's another thing I like about Philly with Matt Ryan and Kyle Pitts. They both from Philly. That connection gonna be great, bro. But I'm gonna say Caleb. I think Caleb's gonna make the roster. Mm-hmm. I think he has a chance to make it since Jalen didn't. So I want to see how he does, man. Let's see what he does in this final preseason game. He got a burst on him. If you saw how when Hawkins didn't finish that run, he came in and hit that hole quick. I'm out of there. I'm gonna score. I'll see you later, Hawkins. I'll talk to you when I can, but I'm on the team. I ain't finna play the game with you.
Yo, let me tell you about that dude, man. Yo, did they cut Jayhawk like days before his birthday? This team does not care.
Yeah, they don't give a damn, boy.
They literally they said wish Jayhawk a happy birthday days after he got cut.
$5.
More gas money. Matty Go says, my only concern is the O-line. They don't improve this year. Our season is toast. The defense can get better with better coaching and schemes. Let the church say amen. Matty Ghost, thank you. Appreciate that.
Homie.
What you got, Mike? Anybody on 53 that might be a surprise to you?
Surprise? No. Everybody for me is gonna end up making the team. I think everything is pretty much set as far as like the players concerned. I don't think there's gonna be a surprise. You can't afford to cut a guy like Josh Andrews, even if Jalen Mayfield is that guy at left guard, like because he is a veteran player, he has experience, so you can't afford to cut him. You can't afford to cut Caleb McGarry or trade Caleb McGarry. You can't afford that.
Somebody said that in the chat.
You can't afford to do that. So when we're talking about, I don't think there's a lot of like even special teams. I mean, it's special teams. Everything is set. Like this team is set. So it's like I'm not expecting anything. What I would say, as far as this team is concerned, is that and Matty Ghost, his $5 holler. Don't worry about the offensive line. Don't worry about the offensive line. The reason why I say that is this is one of the biggest misconceptions of our Falcons history. That Falcons offensive line in 2016 was absolutely horrible for taking Matt Ryan. They were horse crap. Okay, that dude got hit more times than like that. He got hit. I think he was like the top 3 as far as like getting hit. I think he got hit like 113 times or something crazy, something like that. Jeez. And that's during the Super Bowl year. So I don't care about, whether the offensive line is going to perform. What I do care about is getting those touchdowns in the red zone. That's how we're gonna win. That's how we're gonna win games. We can't be coming out with field goals. Okay, I love Coo to death. Cootie Coo. I love him. I love him to death. But guess what? I don't want to see field goals. I need to see touchdowns. Touchdowns is going to get the defense more space to operate because the teams they're going to at least start at the 25-yard line. All right, so like we get touchdowns, it helps the offense and the defense.
Well, we got some guys that got some. They got some bricks in their back pockets. Like all four of them running backs can be able to get in there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right,
right
Sean,
now.
I'm gonna acknowledge it.
What he said? What he said? Falcons
Sean,
get Drew Lock.
Sean, Falcons get Drew. Okay, Falcons get Drew Lock and 2 first-round picks, and Denver gets Matt Ryan.
They got Teddy Bridgewater.
I didn't want to go to say this quick, but goddamn, I swear people want me to go there this quick. But yeah, it is a rumor. That's like what you said. Sean did say it's a rumor, but no, like,
is it really a rumor,
work
or is it just some shit somebody just made up just because they want to?
Somebody put that up there. Yeah.
They stirred that up, bro. Because like, we can't trade Matt Ryan. If they was gonna do it, they would already did it. There's no point of getting him to learn the whole scheme and then trading him.
Guys, we know what's really going on. Certain comments, BS. I don't even want to address it. Like certain things, we know that ain't gonna happen. Bro. So let's just keep it going. Back to the topic. I know we got a good amount of tight ends on the roster. This is one dude. I forgot his name. I don't really know how to pronounce his name. I think it's PC, something like that. He played fullback and tight end. What's his name?
Hezzy or Hezzy?
Yeah, something like that. I think he might have a chance. Reason being, I seen certain plays, highlights of him beating some of the corners or safeties or linebackers, making some plays. Like I never forget when he mossed Jalen Hawkins, and you see AJ Terrell in the background with his jaw dropped on the sideline. Like, that's what he did. Pause. But anyway, so that was dope. So I'm just throwing a guy out there who I think that possibly might surprise somebody. Like you see on the roster, like, yo, who's that? Like,
yeah, but he might be tight end 4 behind Lee Smith, because we know we can't let that nutcase go anywhere.
Yeah,
that dude nobody.
So you're gonna have 4 tight ends. Let's break that down right now. Like,
yo. Let me say this real fast. Oh my God, this probably going y'all probably have a mind fuck with this one.
Thank you, Noah.
I'm gonna say this. I think if this boy can get healthy, I think he's going to be a tremendous asset to that defense, because when you look at Dean Pease and how his scheme and how he likes to use his DBs, hint, DBs, DBs, how he likes to use his DBs, Sheffield is going to be an asset, because he doesn't necessarily have one. He doesn't have necessarily one position. He can play all over the place, and he can blitz. We know he's a good tackler. He's physical. He's fast. So if he gets him back, I'm here to tell you, like, Dean Pease is going to make something out of this guy. I truly believe that, because again, he has the talent. He has talent, but he needs to be.
Is he playing on Sunday, Mike? You know if he's playing?
Hell no. That's why I say if he get healthy.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, if not,
I don't know what's up with that guy, bro. He needs to work out more or something, bro, because that is bothering me. That speed matters, bro, in the back end.
And you got Williamson, and you got Hall, and you got guys like that. That's like this, you know. I mean, look, we already know we got 11 offense and defense, so that's 22. Between 22 to 80, you got a certain amount of people that you have to be able to keep. It's going to be situational pass rushers. More like you're going to keep maybe like 5 or 6 wide receivers, 4 tight ends, and then you got your linebackers. So there's not a lot of spaces left. So, I mean, I like Sheffield, but I mean, there's going to be some guys that's going to have to get cut or, you know, be on the practice squad just because.
What about Chris Rowland?
Him too.
His ass grass.
I mean, there's going to be some guys. I mean, like I said, I think CB2 is going to be Moreau.
Yeah.
Just because you know, people haven't really kind of put a stranglehold on that, and he's the one with the most experience, and he hasn't got burnt. Like, he's a guy that's not going to get you a lot of picks, but he's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's right there making plays on the ball. So he may not get a lot of picks, but he may back that, you know, that ball up in the air to be able to somebody else to get a pick or something like that.
I was just gonna say that. That's a good point. I was just gonna say that, man. Definitely. And with Eric Harris, when he runs,
we got some ball hawks back there, bro.
Yeah, man.
They gonna be able to get those batted passes.
And don't forget Grant. Grant ball too.
I gotta see what he does this week though, tomorrow, honestly, because I see him make plays. I see them moving him around and stuff, and he's still trying to get his feet wet. So I want to see how he does with the starters a little bit. You know, like try to mix him in. Let's see how he does versus ones. Let's see if his competition level can get up as far as that. because we're gonna need him down the line. So I want to see how he looks.
Yeah. Yo, Mr. Motivator, you don't need to be hyped up, man. You always on tilt.
Yeah, facts.
from
My brother, facts.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, gather around. It's time for your favorite part of the show.
Oh, hold on, man. Did you look at that last comment? Ask him to come on. Hey, AM, come on the show right now. Come on the show right now.
Oh, damn,
say it with your chest.
You already got All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the link in the chat, and anybody that got something to say, you can come on the show. Come on. We ain't gonna bite or nothing like that. Exactly. Here we go, Mr. Motivator. Here we go. Here we go. See, we got DMX in it. We got DMX. Yo, I'm telling you, like anybody, I'm gonna give people a certain amount of time. It ain't gonna be all day because we got things to do. But what you can do, you can come on. If you're a team that you wanted Justin Fields instead of Matt Ryan, you wanted Matt Ryan to get traded. You in the comments, come on, it's 116 people here. There's not 116 Matt Ryan fans.
We got one like.
You are here. You in
Hit that like button. Man, cut the camera, bro. Hit that like button. We cut this camera off, bro. Y'all stop playing with us, bro.
Yo, I'm telling you, if I see
somebody put that link in here though.
As soon as Deshaun Watson bears his case and get cleared, the Falcons need to get him. But the question is, like, well, why? Because of the ties that he was a ball boy here? Is that the case? I'm giving you an opportunity to come on to speak your case.
Man,
I mean, I know you want to heir apparent, to Matt Ryan, but can you imagine like the part of my French? Imagine a shitstorm if that dude comes down here.
Man, that man probably sitting in jail cell next to Suge. Man, get out of here. I don't want no part of that.
Here it is right here. See,
everybody's
saying they scared. I'm telling you, man, like, I'm telling you, bro, like, there's people that like this part of the show, but it's people that want to come on the show. And I think because Twisted, I'm gonna blame you, bro, because Twisted came out there that time, and that dude got Twisted lost his mind and started cutting promos. That's my job. But you started cutting promos on this dude because he said that you didn't know how to play. Like, I mean, even Rich started losing his mind too. When dude was what happened that you was like, let's just stick to the facts, something like that. It was like that Drew Lock trade that we was looking at.
Yeah, bro. I ain't paying attention on nonsense. we don't have time. We don't have time. Like we're going. It's 2021. We got a new regime, new system going on. We don't have time for no fuckery. I have to say it. No fuckery, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. Like, let's be smart here.
Did you hear the accent, man?
Number clock.
Oh, man.
Y'all crazy, bro.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, like,
boy, you're a fool, boy.
Yo, I knew Rich was on another level when he showed me that wall. when you showed me that wall.
God, boy.
Yo, Rich, I'm telling you, Rich punched a hole in the wall, bro. So it's like, what do you think that he's gonna do for these guys that come on here, with the fuckery? Like, what you think is gonna happen, man? Like, I'm telling you, like, we waiting. I'm gonna give it about like another minute or two, and we just gonna move. Oh my God.
Hey, I've been training people. I've been training people how to find their voice for over 10 years. Okay, trust me, you will be fine. If you guys are shy, I know how to improvise. Okay, so I will make
you actually let somebody have it last week. You let somebody have it off rip.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I didn't say I won't dig into your ass. I just said I will help you. Okay. I will help you. We just had a guy last night. We just trained a guy last night, right on the fly. So look,
Toxic
nice
Falcons.
that time.
I think you trolling right now, man. Tim Tebow's a better tight end than Hurts. Stop trolling, man. You gotta come a little bit better.
Man, you
than
need
that.
to.
I want.
They need to stop licking them damn them China plants over there. That's what he need to do.
But anyway, what we're gonna do is like, as we look for possibly anybody that might have some sort of like, that feeling a little froggy, they could come on and jump on the show. The link is there. I'll put it on like, every now and then or whatever. But I'm looking for the comments. Put your questions in the comment section. We're gonna get to them right now. Like, point blank. Somebody said, "Is that Mad Mike Rollins?" I'm telling you, Mike be scaring these people, man. They watch the show. They follow you. Oh, here we go.
Did somebody come on?
It's what was it? William Amy? It's up.
See.
Hold on, we ain't put you in yet. Y'all ready?
No, we ain't put you in. Come on. What's up, Will? What's up, bro?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on? I'll be watching AFN show all the time. I be at work and everything. I enjoy what y'all doing. Ready for the season. Let's see. Evaluate. We're just ready for the season. I just want to see the defense going to be this year, really. Because I was going to step up. I'm just ready on the defense side. I was trying to talk about the secondary. What y'all think about Eric Harris trying to, guy like Richie Grant and Jalen Hawkins?
Yeah, I'll touch on that first, man. I'm glad that you came on here, William. Appreciate
Great
that,
question.
bro. You already know we're repping the same colors, man. Appreciate that. But I want to bring that up too with the safeties, like Eric Harris, Deron Harmon. I think those guys is going to be key guys that we added to our team for free agency, as well as those are guys that's bringing up Richie Grant and Jalen Hawkins. Mind you, some people don't know Richie Grant been training with Eric Harris already. He been getting coming along with him, mentorship, all of that stuff, learning how to be a pro, be a professional athlete. But more to the story, I want to see what these guys are going to do on the field. At the end of the day, I want to see them make plays and make tackles. So we remembered previous year, Ricardo Allen, he was slow getting there and he couldn't make those tackles. Sometimes his little ass getting bullied in the goal line. So this time we got Eric had a big dude from what I was hearing. He about 6'2", 6, something like that. He up there, so we'll see what he do. Eric dude. Harris and Deron Harmon. So.
Yeah, one more thing. I think Kendall Sheffield gonna get cut, man. How I see how Isaiah Oliver playing out there, I think he's trying to win for that start receiver. That slot DB position. I think Kenneth Sheffield, he just had too many chances in the Dan Quinn era. I think it's over with. And one more question, I think on the wide receiver, who y'all think gonna finally make that fifth receiver out of Christian Blake or Frank Darby?
That's a tough one.
I'm a Northeast person, man. So I love me some Frank Darby, man. Darby remind me of a lot, not in terms of like his skill set, but he remind me of Roddy White. Dude always smiling and upbeat and whatnot. Like he's gonna be a fan favorite, and I really hope that he make the team. But he might just be a result of just having like there's too much talent in front of him. So he might have to red shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like you got Oz and you got Christian Blake, and then you got Gage and you got Ridley ahead of him, and it's just too many people in front of him for him to make the slot, make the team. You know what I'm saying? But
I think he's gonna make it though. I think he might get.
I want him to make it.
Practice because I do too. But I just think that Christian Blake got to go out there and play because he never played no preseason game. I understand that he was going Matt Ryan offense with Dirk Cutter.
He played last week, bro. He played last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he dropped the touchdown.
Seen him really like that. Yeah,
he dropped the touchdown.
You got to catch it. That's why I said.
No, both of them did. Christian Blake dropped the touchdown on the fade route before Tajay. He threw a good fade, and he went in the bread basket. He dropped it. Yeah, Christian Blake's a big receiver, so he gotta make those type of catches.
That BS might have just got him cut.
I mean, I was saying with Tay Sharp just because he was off the smell, that's be safe, So this last preseason game gonna tell all though. Yeah, I ain't hold you guys out. That's one of the questions I had.
Appreciate you, man. You're a cool person, bro. Anytime, bro. Anytime.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Yo, come back in, man.
Hold on. The Eric Harris part. Listen, as far as safeties, any safety that don't wear gloves, he got some skill set. That dude be wearing the tape around his fingers.
Crazy. He especially kind of crazy.
He an old school safety.
Wait, okay.
Yeah, man. Like, you're right.
That's
though.
What it is. So we coming into, final thoughts. I'm let me. I'm gonna play lead off batter on this one. I'm getting the comments because I ain't got really that much to say because we talked a lot. We covered everything. That was pretty much in the that's going on with the Falcons. I'm just excited for for the team and whatnot. But final thoughts, we talk about anything. We already know that it doesn't necessarily have to be about football related, but it seemed like somebody in the comments started. I'm gonna get this off my chest. I'm gonna say it with my chest. Somebody in the comments started talking about crate challenge. Okay, we ain't gonna be talking about that here. All right, we ain't gonna be talking about that mess in here, man. Take that, you create your own podcast, and you can have all the people that want to sit there and start sharing that stuff. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't don't do it, because if not, you can come on here and you can say it with your chest. Okay, you can come on the show and you can talk about the crate challenge all you want. You get 30 seconds. I ain't guaranteeing.
I hope they got great insurance. That's all I can.
Twisted, go ahead. What you got, bro? What you got, Twisted?
Man, appreciate the fans once again. We had 104 up to 110 guys in here, women as well. Like and subscribe to all the channels: AFN, Mad Mike, Twisted, J Rock, Jew Talk Sport, K Styles. We all love the content, guys. We appreciate all the fans that continue locking in. Let's look forward to a good game Sunday night, and I hope the best for the Falcons, man. Appreciate y'all.
Right. Batting third, we got Rich. What you got, man?
For the most part, man, appreciate everybody for tuning in. I've seen a lot of guys showing up now at 12 o'clock and stuff. Just try your best to wake that ass up just at least an hour earlier. Set an alarm or something, just so y'all could get in tune, get involved in the conversation, what we're talking about, providing you guys good content. More so the last thoughts of what I think. I'm just excited to see this last preseason game. We're going to be on national TV worldwide. I want to see Dante Fowler and those guys that's competing for jobs. I want to see them win those jobs because that's expected out of them. So as well as, just guys getting evaluated, hurry up so we can get these guys cut. And let's get to this 53-man roster, man. So a lot of people should be excited for that, fans worldwide. And also, I would want to say after the show is over, if there's any questions and comments that y'all want us to do or answer, or any topics for us for next week and also for the upcoming season, drop those comments below, and we're gonna address that. Shout out to AFN and the whole panel. Love is love.
Yeah, hit us up on social media too, man. Like, we're touchable. You know what I mean? Like, you can always hit us up on either Instagram or Twitter. Like, we all over. So, again, like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on our social media, and like I said, always keep in touch. You know what I'm saying? Because just like Rich said, love is love. Just don't talk to me about no crate challenge. All right. Now, anyway, now batting cleanup. We got the mad scientist. Finish us off, man.
Yeah, I'm about to finish these haters off real quick. There's one thing that I'm gonna continue to reiterate. What we do over here, we different. We built different. We speak differently, and honestly, I think we are A1 plus. We are Thanos. We are the Great One. We are Stone Cold. We are Vince McMahon. We are the WWE. We are the NFL. We are Julio Jones. We are Matt Ryan. We are Deion Jones. Deion Sanders. That's what we are. We are great. We are legendary. I believe that. I believe in us. So when we talk about whether or not you believe in us, that's a whole nother that's a whole story that I don't care to get on. I don't care about what you think we are. What we care about is our fans and our people who watch us. That's what we care about. So if they love us, if they continue to support us, we're going to continue to give them everything that they want. So it's at the end of the day, we are about the people. We don't care if you like us or not. We're going to continue to stay positive. We're going to continue to bring people on like William Amy. We're going to continue to bring on people like Noah Tindall. All right. A lot of guys. We have so many guys that want to learn how to become journalists, how to become writers, how to become YouTubers, how to become knowledgeable and continue to grow. That's what we're about. So if you don't like it, I don't give a cut. All right? I don't care. We do us. All right? So I want to continue to reiterate that. That's what we are. We are positive. We are positive influences. All right? And our niche. That's what we do. And that's all I got to say about that. And I'm gone, baby.
Yeah,
Appreciate y'all, man.
The love from Maywood. We appreciate the love with everybody. I'm telling you, like, we start at 11 o'clock, 11:10 the latest. If you're on the West Coast, that is 8 o'clock Pacific time. So you might have to set your alarm clock a little earlier to get up. But that's the time we get up. 8 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock, 11:10 the latest on the East Coast. Come on in with that energy. Ask all the questions that you like. Because like I said, we're touchable, and just like Man Mike said, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say, because we are the nation, plain and simple. Done.
Appreciate y'all, man. Always, bro.